live here from the NBL Oak Men's Basketball Championship. We have a great game here at the Henry J. Carlisle Gymnasium at Rancho Cotati High School. It is Maria Carrillo coming into this game looking to make fourth time a charm against the Cardinal Newman Cardinals. Carrillo comes into this game after losing to Newman by 3 in the Sonoma County Classic, by 7 at Maria Carrillo, and then by 15 at Cardinal Newman just about a month ago. Dylan, what do you think Newman needs to do to expand that lead early here and take a win?
Tonight, Hugo, what I'm going to be looking for from Newman, we've talked about this in their previous in our previous broadcast covering Newman, but what we're going to be looking for tonight is that movement offense. They don't have too many big guys. They're center tonight. Madi Kamara plays tough, but he's 6'2", right? Their tallest guy's Jaden Kerpinski. He's more of that point forward combo guard role. So they're going to need to shoot the ball, and they're going to need to create movement with a ton of screens, pin downs, and look for that drive and kick offense. But Newman needs to get that 3-ball rolling and feel comfortable attacking those closeouts, little pump fake, get in the lane, and keep it moving. So far, so good. 20 seconds in, and they're moving the ball. Yeah, they got the opening tip as there's a 3 from Diego Flores-Gonzalez. Good rebound there by Monty Kamara. He is boxing out well against that 6'6" stature of Henry Peters, the transfer from Louisville, Kentucky. I believe Louisville or Lexington, two big cities in Kentucky that start with an L. I'm pretty sure Louisville, though. He's 6'6", transferred for his senior year to Maria Carrillo, as there's a nice layup from Diego Flores-Gonzalez. Newman relying on that DHO that you like to talk about, Dylan, dribble handoff offense, something that you like to correlate to your time at Oregon, as there's a nice pass outside for Carrillo. They're trying to move things around. They've got James Hillestad. He's averaging 17 a game for them. They're going to go to Otto Linhares. Otto drives the lane. Linhares, he loses it, and he traveled. So it'll be Newman ball. Great first start for the Cardinals. Absolutely. Hugo, you said it. Newman with a lot of that top of the key DHO reminds me of my time up at Oregon watching the Coach Altman offense, where there's just a ton of movement between the wings on top, a lot of DHOs, a lot of fake DHOs into a drive like we just see from Madi Kamara there with the skip pass, but really just looking to move that ball around because they're comfortable shooting a couple feet behind the line as Flores-Gonzalez misses the 3, but exactly what I'm talking about, where they're looking for that drive and kick off pin downs off DHOs, but with that ball moving back up top, Flores-Gonzalez gets a wide open shot, and that's what the Cardinals are going to need to do tonight, is really be able to look for those open threes, because I think that lane with the size of Maria Carrillo and with some of their athleticism down low, it's going to be a little tougher than usual to score, as we've seen in these previous matchups between Newman and Carrillo. These two teams have played each other tough, and it's going to be a battle early on both sides. It seems like the refs, now it's way too early to call, but they're swallowing the whistle a little, letting them play. A little contact down on our end here as the bucket goes. He got it from 3, and the Cardinals retake the lead. They get a nice 2-pointer off of Eli Jamison, number 23. But right back is Diego Flores-Gonzalez. He had a really strong game against Carrillo the last time these two teams played. Pitched in 11 points for the Cardinals offense. But Newman is an offense that everyone can score. We just saw it in the first round against Santa Rosa. 4 Cardinals eclipsed 10 points as there's a 3 from Jamison. Ripped away on the rebound by Madi Kamara. Newman playing with that intensity early here. Diego Flores-Gonzalez, he's going to work on Linhares. Behind the back pass outside of Cole. He got the 3, and the Cardinals are up 6 here. Great 3 there. Kind of a little bit of white chocolate action from Diego Flores-Gonzalez. Setting up his teammate Cole with a great shot there. A little white chocolate, a little sham god, if you will. Hitting a little dribble move right into a pass, right into a decisive shot. That's the other part tonight that I'm looking for, Hugo, on both sides with how close these two teams play each other as the 3 goes. And that time it's Jackson Hunt. He's known kind of for his trademark shaved head. He got a buzz at the start of the season, kind of, I guess, liked how it looked, and it has been carrying him this big senior season for him. Carrillo is a team that, you know, they kind of deserve to be here. They have been playing aggressive basketball all year. Had, I think, the closest halftime lead outside, or halftime
deficit is Tatum Karpinski. It's a three, and it's a barrage of three-pointers for the Cardinals. 11-5 now. Tatum Karpinski hits from the high elbow. But Carrillo cut the deficit the shortest against Newman outside, or when Newman was playing a league opponent at home. So the Pumas know this Newman team. They've already played them 3 times, and they look to have a strong game tonight. Otto Lenares with it out on the wing. He's going to go to the top for Peters. He'll try a three, and he's got it. Henry Peters, my goodness, the big man. He's not scared to shoot the three at all, and he got it. Here we go now. Newman going to try and get something. Aggressive press here from Carrillo. Hillestad with it. Newman at the top with Cole. They'll go to Tatum Karpinski. Carrillo playing this zone. They're going to try and force Newman to shoot. Great pass across court to Tatum Karpinski, who sinks a three, and the Cardinals are up 14-8. So Newman, like I mentioned in the first game, you do not want to get into a shooting battle with Newman, which is what Carrillo will try. Hunt hits it on the other end. My goodness. Who is going to stop? Who will let up 14-11 with 3:30 to go here in the first?
Hugo, this has been some good basketball. We just came off that girls' broadcast. If you guys were listening to us then, we were talking about sloppy basketball. Right now, it's the exact opposite. Ball is flying around, open shots, skip passes, and people are just hitting shots. Kamara on the nice little dive to the hoop. Great pass there on the bounce. 16-11 Newman, but this has been a clean, high-octane game. NBL championships, packed house. But this has been some really good basketball so far.
Here we go. Carrillo on the offense, on the offensive attack, and it's going to be a foul. That time might go against, Legend highlight. Legend, though, I got to give him some credit, was at first 5 innings of a 16-inning scrimmage against De La Salle this morning for Cardinal Newman at Clyde Smith Field. Tatum Karpinski checks out early here for sophomore Cade Taylor. Taylor has gotten a lot more playing time ever since he had a big fourth quarter against Newman. It elevated them to the win. He had 15 points of their 17 fourth quarter points that got them to a 55-47 win. Now Carrillo trying to get something. Newman playing aggressive, elite defense here. This help man-to-man defense. Yeah. They'll go inside. Hillestad kicks out to Len Harris. Len Harris, he'll drive. He's got it back. Len Harris, nice touch off the glass. So here we go. Newman goes back on the offensive attack. 16-13 is your score. 2:25 to go.
Len Harris there really fighting for points. You can tell the energy in the building's high between both teams right now, Hugo. Newman plays that aggressive man-to-man defense with Mahdi kind of helping floating down low, but they are looking to really, really attack and not allow anything inside, as they know they have, they're at a deficit on the size end, they're at a deficit on the strength end, so they want to push the game out, as you said. They want to create a shooting battle between the two because they have confidence they're going to win that shooting battle. Karpinski out going to be coming back in, but on the Newman side of things, they're looking to score quick and then defend aggressively. It might sound familiar if you were listening to us commentate the girls' game on the Newman side, a very similar brand there. Obviously not running a full court press here, but still that really, really aggressive defense because they're trusting Mahdi Kamara in that drop coverage to be able to pick up those deficiencies if they get beat off the dribble.
18-13, Newman leads over Carrillo. James Hillestad with it. He'll feed it to Hunt. Back to Hillestad. At the top, these are two teams we'll see later who could match up again in the Division II playoffs. Hillestad, step back three, not there for him. Good rebound by Diego Flores-Gonzalez. The Cardinals are playing really hard defense, hard on the board so far. Flores-Gonzalez, he looks for the handoff to Taylor. He gets it. Here we go. A.J. Cole at the top. He's looking for something, doing some work on Hillestad. It's a nice screen as he hands it off to Diego Flores-Gonzalez, who hands it off to Tatum Karpinski, and Karpinski walks. So now 18-13 is your score. 1:29 to go. Cardinals lead. Cardinals going to check out Mahdi Kamara, weirdly enough. For Carmine Guevara, he's a sophomore that they've had a lot of confidence in ever since he started for Newman. He's had a lot more chances for playing time earlier this year as Kamara was out for a while. As Carrillo, nice job by Otto Lenhares to drive inside and finish. 18-15 is your score. 1 minute to go. So far, Newman has been dominating on the scoring side of things. Carrillo, though, they have had an answer for everything. Here we go. AJ Cole goes cross court, deep three. Tatum Karpinski, oh, it just ricochets off the rim. Good rebound by Hunt. He's going to push it up the court. Here we go. Hillestad, he's looking for another big game tonight. 17 points average on the season. Drives inside, little hezzy there, but can't get it to go. 18-15, 35 seconds to go.
Good rebound there from Karpinski, bringing the ball up over to Flores Gonzalez. But one thing that with Carrillo going inside so frequently, yes, they're obviously going to take that open three. Yes, they want to answer with threes, but they've been going inside very aggressively. With Newman's smaller size, Tatum Karpinski, again, that combo guard, point forward, whatever you want to call him, smaller frame at 6'4", but they're going to need him to crash the defensive glass there.
Lenhares, he gets the dunk, and he's got the student section going crazy. Something out of NBA Jam there. 3 seconds. Cade Taylor on the other end. Oh, it ricochets off. But it is 18-17, an incredibly high-scoring first quarter. Carrillo wants to keep the gas pedal on. Dylan, what did you see so far?
Hugo, this is NBL championship basketball right now. Both teams coming out the gate ready to fire. Newman loving that DHO, loving the skip pass, trying to find open three-point shooters. You can see that there is a clear intention to get Cade Taylor shots, to get Tatum Karpinski shots, to get Diego Flores Gonzalez shots. So far, so good on that end. On the other end, Newman playing that aggressive defense. Carrillo has looked quick, athletic, decisive, and that's what they're going to need to get inside and score points. They're going to need to get to the line. They're going to need to get steals. They're going to need to play in transition. Look like we just saw from Lenhares with the dunk coming off of that. They're going to need to continue to be aggressive as we go into the second quarter with a 1-point difference. This has been an electric game so far, Hugo.
I mean, yeah, so far we have seen what Carrillo played like in the first 2 games. They played hard, aggressive, first quarter basketball. Now the question is, this is a 4-quarter game. Right now, Tatum has 6, Diego has 5, Monty has 4 points and 4 rebounds. He is well on his way to a double-double tonight as Carrillo is looking for something, or is looking for a big win that would really help them heading into D2 playoffs. However, Newman, 4-quarter game, as Travis Taylor likes to say, as Lenhares showing off the spin move, kicks it out. The 3 just goes a little long. Good rebound by Hillestad, and he gets a floater to go. The Pumas have the first lead since the opening play of the first quarter. Here we go. Cardinals are looking solid here. They're looking for something. Cade Taylor at the top. He'll hand it off to AJ Cole. Spin move, drives the lane. Cole, no good. Rebound, Carmine Guevara, and he got it. 20-19, Cardinals lead.
Hugo, they're trusting the sophomore Carmine Guevara there to get in and play strong defense and rebound. So far, so good on that end as he gets a nice rebound and a putback to get him too. Coach Taylor trusting his underclassmen to come in a big game and deliver against the Pumas.
20-19 right now. It has been an incredible performance for both teams. Guevara showing a little bit of selflessness as he hands off the ball off the steal to Cade Taylor. They go to Legend Haile, back out to Taylor on the corner. Taylor drives the inside, great handoff inside to Carmine Guevara, and it's cash money for these sophomores.
Great no-look pass. Gets the ball in the corner, fakes the 3, takes the drive, and a no-look handoff to Carmine Guevara there. Talk about selfless basketball. This is what they need to do. Newman needs to move the ball quick tonight.
And Travis Taylor understands that this game is going to be a 4th-quarter game. That's a big 3 for James Hillestad. He understands it. Diego Flores Gonzalez comes back into the game, but he is conserving his starters, getting them to stay alive. I will mention in the 2 games that Newman has played against Carrillo, Carrillo's had really lackluster second quarters as there's a nice touch off the glass from Tatum Karpinski to regain the lead for the Cardinals. But yeah, you look at it, this is going to be, in its definition, an incredible game, a game that is going to come down to possibly 1-2 shots and even some free throws as there's a 3 on the other end. He will not miss. Otto Lenhares. Oh my goodness. So far, so good for Lenhares. 25-24. Pumas lead. Newman trying to do this. Carrillo, they got a big win in the first round against Montgomery. It was kind of due as there's a nice little layup from Cade Taylor. Another rebound and another put back by Carmine Guevara. He's going to really have to step up next year with Madi Kamara being absent, and he's already showing potential right now.
Madi off the court right now, and Carmine Guevara is showing up big time in the championship for the Cardinal Newman Cardinals.
Don't worry, Legend. Don't worry, Legend. But, I mean, this has been an incredibly hard-fought game, and it might come down to who can outlast each other. Carrillo has not subbed in a lot of guys. Newman, however, has had all 5 of their starters off the court at one point. So Newman is definitely getting their bench in. They're doing a nice rotation of their first three guys off the bench and their other guys. And I mean, knowing Newman, they're going to play the second half a lot harder than they played the first half, as that shot just goes a little wide for Ryan Dalby. Rebound goes again to Guevara. Legend Haile on the other side puts up a layup. It goes short, and Linares gets a nice rebound. 26-25. Haile, he is not willing to give up on that ball. Then Newman sets a full court press there. Haile single-handedly setting that press, as now Carrillo looks for something.
Still playing that aggressive man defense. I mean, up in people's grills, Hugo. They're allowing blow-bys because they're willing to help, but they are up in the face of these Pumas as they look to do anything from the perimeter.
3 on the outside from Jamison is picked up by Diego Flores-Gonzalez after ricochets off the rim. Flores-Gonzalez hand off to Haile. Legend, he's trying to be a legend for this Cardinal Newman team. Kicks it out. Tatum Karpinski, oh, it looked good, but it ends up just off. Shane Swanson gets it for Carrillo.
The scoring is slowed down a little. It seems a little forced on both sides. I think both teams need to get back to what they were doing, which is a little bit more ball movement. The key for Carrillo tonight, Hugo, is we get into this 26-25 foul there as it sends James Hillestad to the line. The Pumas have kind of been a big 3, Hugo. Lenharis, Hillestad, and Peters have been their key players. Tonight, Peters, their center, senior, has been willing to shoot the ball. If they can get all 3 involved in shot making, that's going to be huge for the Pumas tonight as Hillestad hits his first free throw there on the shooting foul. It is going to be really interesting, Hugo. What I think some of this is going to come down to is outside of the big 3, Lenharis, Hillestad, and Peters, who can step up specifically in the shooting from 3 department, because as we know, Newman can get going in a hurry. What's a way you can either get back in it or push that lead into an unmanageable place while it's hitting threes? You know your 2 lead guards in Hillestad and Lenharis are going to be attacking the paint. So can your other players hit threes?
That was a great 3 there. I believe that was Cade Taylor.
Cade Taylor on the 3.
And Newman now leads 29-27. They're going to work it to Peters here on the Carrillo side of things. Yeah, you mentioned it. You hit it right on the nail. It hit the head or right on the nail. They're going to be looking to really distribute the balls. There's a shot inside. Nope, it is a travel against Peters. He's walked twice tonight. Something to mention, though, Newman has checked in Andy Owandison. He had a fantastic performance against Santa Rosa. 10 points for him in only, I think, 5 minutes playing. But you look at him, this is a game that means a lot to him. He is a Carrillo transferred for Carrillo this year. His sister already at the school, Faith Owandison. His other sister, Izzy Owandison, and his brother, Charlie Owandison, have already come through Cardinal Newman. So he was the odd one out, the one who went to Carrillo, and he finally makes right on his family's name, I guess, going for Newman this year, his senior year, as Diego Flores-Gonzalez drives the lane and finishes under duress. Oh, my goodness.
What a great finish from Flores-Gonzalez through all kinds of traffic. A little up and under as he gets the steal, takes it down the lane, gets blocked by Peters.
What a putback by Kamara. Oh, my goodness. 33-27. 2:30 to go here in the second. Carrillo doesn't really know what hit them. Here we go. Newman kind of playing Carrillo into that Newman box, into the box that allows them to beat teams. That box of forcing them to pass the ball as Peters gets a nice two-pointer there, forcing them to pass the ball around the perimeter, and Newman will shade those passes, and they'll grab those steals, get some fast breakaways. Now, we already saw Len Harris go all-NBA jam as Cade Taylor takes an ambitious three. Good rebound by Monty Kamara. He's got another one. He goes up. James Hillestad pulls it down, but I mean, you've already seen one player dunk. Newman has some players that can dunk. Timeout taken by Carrillo here with 1:50 to go in the second quarter. But just a high-scoring game, a very different game from what we saw last game. Dylan, your thoughts?
No, this has been a fantastic game so far, Hugo. We got a packed house. If there are a couple seats left, if you are within spitting distance of Rancho Cotati High School, I'd get in your car, turn us off, and get here for the second half. This is a absolute championship game right here. What I've seen so far on both sides, we've stagnated a little bit on the offense here, kind of coming to a close in the second quarter. Newman on that last possession, Cade Taylor throwing up a little bit of an ill-advised three, had someone in his face about 3-4 feet behind the line, little sketchy there. They need to get back to that drive and kick. Lucky for them, they've had guys like Carmine Guevara, Monty Kamara down low to clean up some of that and get some putbacks. On the flip side, Carrillo has also gotten some offensive rebounds. Peters on that last possession, able to get one, put it back up and in. But really interested to see how the game develops from that offensive rebounding standpoint. But this has been an absolute competition so far tonight, Hugo.
Yeah, Pumas, they try a three, and it does not go. Comes up short off the front iron. Newman goes on their offensive possession. But talk about taking advantage of an opportunity. You mentioned Montgomery. They were a little short-handed, had some players sick in that first-round game against Carrillo. The Pumas took that opportunity, 36-32 victory, an absolute insane game in terms of defense. And the Pumas are taking that opportunity here right to the Cardinals, 33-29. As you mentioned in the first game, there might have been a little bit of an ulterior motive for Montgomery to not play some of their guys. But if anything, that might hinder them heading into NCS playoffs, because Monty right now has dropped to the 16 seed in D1, which means Doherty Valley, Dublin, one of those teams, Cal even, they just beat De La Salle by 20. They might have them, and even Redwood, who just won the MCAL. So you think about it, it is just going to be playing those games like you've played them. You know, winning these playoff games matters massively to section playoffs, and Carrillo is really giving it to Cardinal Newman here in what is their fourth matchup all year.
Couldn't agree more, Hugo. We don't have quite the time in a game like this to get into the competitive equity, but winning these games is absolutely huge.
Hillestad, he hits a nice jump shot from the elbow. 33-31 now, 40 seconds to go. This game will be tight at halftime. That's all we can tell you. Carmine Guevara drives inside. Nice little layup off the glass and out. Picked up by Hillestad. And now Carrillo has a chance to actually go into the half in the lead. Now, what you know, Newman is going to play this like it's 4 quarters. They might even play it like it's 5 quarters. They're going to conserve their guys. They're going to get them right, and they're going to get them ready. It's like swimming a 500. You want to pace it out so you can finish strong. And they're going to look to pace it out tonight. So I wouldn't doubt the Cardinals come out in the second half swinging. But right now, Carrillo, they're looking for the final shot. 5 seconds. They'll go inside to Peters. His touch off the glass is there, and that'll beat the buzzer. 33-33. As Diego Flores Gonzalez shot after the buzzer, nearly made it. But 33-33 at the half. Dylan, as we head into halftime, an absolutely beautiful game and a beautiful performance by both teams.
Hugo, there is nowhere I'd rather be right now than sitting next to you watching this. 33-33 going into half. One of the keys, you just hit the nail on the head, not talking gameplay, is that Newman has rotated their players a lot more. We've seen 9 Newman players so far. Hillestad, Lenhares, and Peters, they might have played 16 minutes there. I think there was a quick sub for Hillestad, but then he was right back out there. So can they sustain? Do they have the stamina to play through 4 quarters with Newman? We know Newman will. They rotate more. What has Newman done to be successful on the offensive end? Again, we've talked about this all season, Hugo. It's a movement-based offense, right? It's that Warriors brand of offense. It's that Celtics brand of offense. They need to off-ball screen to get guys open. When they have off-ball screen, when they have down screen for guys like Kerpinski, Flores Gonzalez, they've been able to create open shots on the wing with their coaching with their affinity for the skip pass. They have made 3 threes on skip passes tonight, so they really need to have that ball flying around, that aggressive man defense. That's what they need to continue to do with Mahdi in that drop coverage on all the pick and roll they run. They trust Mahdi to drop and create problems for Peters. On the Carrillo side, keep going in the paint. Get in the paint. Shoot free throws. Take those tough layups. We saw Hillstad to close that quarter hit a tough mid-range jumper. They need to rely on their guys when things get tough, when the shot clock gets low. They were getting a little nervous in those situations in the first quarter. In the second quarter, they said, hey, Otto Lenharis, hey, James Hillstad, go get your buckets. You're the guy. Be the guy. And you know what? They showed up. Like we talked about, little sham god, little this, little that. But they put the ball in their best player's hands and said, we trust you to make a play. They did. 33-33. It can't get any closer.
And now we'll look at our sponsors. Dylan?
Yeah, absolutely. First sponsor we got for the game tonight, super excited to have this sponsor, Vine Street Properties out of Hillsborough, California. Vine Street Properties is commercial property management for anyone in Sonoma County and the Napa Valley. Fantastic company that works with all kinds of commercial properties, from wineries to strip malls to big box stores, any commercial property, retail. Vine Street Properties is your go-to property management team with high-level concierge service. Great folks that do a great job at Vine Street Properties. We're super thankful for them sponsoring the game tonight, being supporters, and making what you guys are listening to possible tonight. Hugo, who else do we got?
Oh, well, we've got YSN Youth Sports Network. We shout out Dave Cox for allowing us to do this broadcast here on Hugo Sports 360 / Cardinal Newman Student Radio. Thank you, Dave. Dave is under the weather, so we wish him the best. We hope he's feeling better soon. The positive, though, that comes out of this is he'll be back for some great playoff matchups next week on YSN. I'd assume Newman girls now, they lock in their spot at the number 4 seed in NCS Open playing Piedmont. And so we'll see them play Piedmont in what will be surely a great game.
Fantastic
but,
game.
And then also Tom Nunez, one of the great Cardinal Newman alumni in the crowd tonight. Cardinals for life. It is alumni, parents, students, and friends who support the values and traditions of Cardinal Newman High School. As Dylan likes to say, top 5 Sonoma County mustache.
Top 5 Sonoma County mustache. There's no doubt about it. Tom Nunes is the absolute best. We're super grateful to have him as a sponsor. As a Cardinal Newman alum, obviously somebody that supports our Cardinals, takes the time and takes the energy, and, you know, not to boil it down, but he also puts his money where his mouth is and really supports that program. Cardinals for life, as he is an excellent supporter of the program. But more importantly, Hugo, he's not just a supporter of the program, he's a supporter of North Bay sports. And that's what's great about him, is that he loves to be involved in North Bay NCS sports and is a big supporter across the board. And
also, our final sponsor before we head to a quick break is going to be Healdsburg Table, for the best blog in Healdsburg for all of your food needs in Healdsburg. If you want to cook an at-home meal from scratch and you want an easy guide to make some quality meals, some, I would argue, Michelin star meals, because I feel that when I eat them, I'm going to eat one of them when I go home tonight. Healdsburg Table, Elizabeth Traverso in Healdsburg. Shout out to her, healdsburgtable.com, some great
big
there.
Shout out to healdsburgtable.com. Has significantly improved my standing with my girlfriend, and for that I can't thank him enough. Shout out Healdsburg Table. After this, we'll be back with more NBL championship basketball. This one, Hugo, we're in for a good one. Back after the break.
And we're back for the second half here from the NBL Championship. Dylan, 33-33. My goodness, this is not anything we expected.
No, this is an absolute battle right now. Super excited to be here. Key players on the Newman side. Tatum Krapinski, 8 points, 2 boards, shooting 60%. Hit those 2 big threes on the skip passes. Really looking to see if they can get him going a little bit more. Diego Flores-Gonzalez, 7 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, 1 steal. 57% from the field. And then Madi Kamara, the big man down low, 7 points, 7 boards, shooting 67% from the field. Looking really, really strong there on the Carrillo side. As expected, Otto Lenharis, about 10 points. We don't have exact stats on them right now. James Hillstad, same deal. Henry Peters rebounding well, about a 5-5 stat line for him right now. So excited to see who gets going in the second half as we are off. 7:45 to go, 33-33 as the ball's swinging. Legend Haile up with a tough finish, misses, gets it back. Left hand finish from Legend Haile off his own rebound with a little bit of contact. 35-33 Cardinals as Hillestad brings it up and swings it across.
Here we go, Carrillo now. You mentioned this. They need a big offensive third quarter. They have not played well. It's been a different game for them. They have not played well in the second quarter in a lot of their games, but they played well this time. And they get a nice kick out, a nice 3 there. But a good rebound from Peters. He goes back up, and a nice little block, but he gets it back and puts it back up. We are all tied, 35 all here, 7 minutes to go. Third quarter. A.J. Cole, he's going to call a play here. Newman, they need something. Haile to the top with Krapinski. Nice little give and go to Cole. Kick out. Flores-Gonzalez from 3. Good rebound by Cole. And the last one to touch it was Hunt for Carrillo.
Ball goes back Newman's way there, but I think that was just a little bit of the classic too much time there for Flores-Gonzalez. Thought about it a little much, long on the shot, but Newman gets it back. They come out of the line, split, looking for the dive to Flores-Gonzalez, turn over, Puma's ball.
Yeah, this is really tough for Newman so far. It's been a tough second half. 6:36 to go here in the third quarter, 35-35. Newman, they're really just kind of having an off night. And if you're the Cardinals, there's not a better time to have an off night. I mean, at least they're not going into playoffs with teams that are looking, that have been bumped from D4, bumped from D3. They're looking to really make time with their seniors and allow them to have another game. So, having a bad night as opposed to a bad night during playoffs could really help the Cardinals out if they kind of get better streamlined heading into playoffs.
Agreed 100%, Hugo. The one thing I would say to that, though, is there's a strong feeling there as the 3 misses from Lenharis that there is both these coaches really want to take a title right now. These are 2 motivated programs to say, no, we are the class of the NBL. And you can feel it on the court. You can feel it with the engagement from the fans. And in a big gym like this, it is getting loud. Glad we got good microphones because it is, without this headset on, I couldn't hear a single thing, Hugo.
Yeah, if you're listening from Rancho Cotati or from Roanoke Park, Petaluma, or Santa Rosa, get here as soon as possible as Newman gets a nice backside drive from Legend Haile, and he finishes it off to tie the game back up 37 all here. 5:27 to go. Newman is not really used to playing league competition like this, all tied up, but they've had a few games like this as Hillestad takes a deep 3. He's kind of Carrillo's bread and butter when it comes to threes. They're going to look to Hillestad to make them, and he has not made he's only made 1 tonight as Haile goes down the lane and finishes. Nice job there by Legend.
Great finish. Looked for the screen, accepted it, took a decisive drive, strong left-hand finish, but that's what Newman needs to do. If they're not going to look to swing the ball, work off-ball screens, and they need to drive and kick hard, and it looks like that must have been some of the messaging at half is let's get a little more aggressive inside.
And there's a big 3 for Carrillo. This time it's Eli Jamison who hit the first 3 of the game for the Pumas, and he gets a clutch 3 there as the Pumas are up 1 with 4:34 to play. 40-39 is your score. Madi Kamara, he's got 7 rebounds, 7 points to pair with it as the Cardinals are looking for something. Flores-Gonzalez, a little hesitation, up, off the rim. Oh my goodness, what a finish! Diego Flores-Gonzalez, great job there by the senior. And now Carrillo goes on the attack.
Excellent finish from Flores Gonzalez. Contorted, caught his man in the air, went up and under, and spun it.
And now Carrillo with it. They're going to look inside. It's knocked away by Madi Kamara, and it goes off of Len Harris's hands. Last, he was trying to save it, 41-40. Newman, they've had a few times where they've pulled away, but Carrillo has pulled them right back. It's like a bull running away. It's like a bull in that cage running away from the two ropers. And the ropers, it gets to the point where the bull is about to go out of the rodeo grounds, and the ropers rope it right back, getting the horns and the legs perfectly. And Carrillo has been like that all night. Here we go. If you didn't know, I've covered a few rodeos in my time in Wyoming, as there's another backside drive from Tatum Kerpinski. A great finish, 43-40.
The messaging at half must have been, let's get inside a little bit more, because we are now seeing a bunch of weak side dives, a bunch of weak side cuts and slashes. But Kerpinski is just moving all over the place. He's doing that Klay Thompson-esque, I'm just going to run in a circle till I find something. What's helping that is their corner guys are kind of faking cuts, and they're doing a little kind of like pick and pop stuff to create some space in the lane. But Tatum Kerpinski just moving all over the place to help the Cardinals get up that three-point lead.
And an and one there from Henry Peters. He went up for a layup, missed it, got his own rebound, went back up, and finished it off. He'll head to the line to try and tie things up. Carrillo, Lena Harris a little shaken up. He'll check out. Checking in for the Pumas is Gabe Jimenez, a junior guard. He has been pretty solid for the Pumas off the bench all year, and he's looking to make another big impact tonight as there's a shot made by Peters. Newman, in terms of student section, both teams are looking a little thin. You know, it's a tough drive. Carrillo, it's about 30 minutes. Newman, it's about 25. So, you know, it's a tough drive here from Santa Rosa to Rohnert Park. But still, you know, these two teams, they brought out their fans. It's packed in.
They sure did.
As Kamara, he'll shoot the three, and he got it! Madi Kamara, oh my goodness! Out of thin air, out of left field, Madi Kamara comes up with a big three-point bucket for the Cardinals.
That was that was something, Hugo. Crossover pull-up three from the center. I think he caught everyone sleeping, including us on this one.
And there's a foul. It's going to go against Kerpinski. Fouls are really nothing you need if you're both teams.
Little bit ill-advised from Kerpinski there. Not sure why he was reaching on that, but just, you know, 10 minutes to play. He's not in trouble, but he's someone that the Cardinals can absolutely not have in foul trouble in the fourth quarter. He needs to be available, I would think, for all 8 minutes of the fourth.
Yeah, he's got number 2. Or actually, that foul went against Carmine Guevara.
Great steal from Taylor.
Taylor, he'll look to finish it, and he draws the foul. Great job by Cade Taylor, 24. Shane Swanson picks up the foul. Fun fact about Cade Taylor, he and I went to school together, and our statistician tonight, Paulo, he and I used to play against Ethan Overdorf and Cade Taylor at recess. We do 2-on-2s. And Cade, I mean, he was an elite shooter, elite ball handler. And, I mean, fun fact, in a game that I think was the greatest game between Cardinal Newman and St. Rose dating back to the 50s, was Cade Taylor versus Khalil Vitoy, now teammates at Cardinal Newman. Vitoy had 30. Cade Taylor had 54 in a elementary school game, well, junior high game, that went to 73-72 in overtime. I think St. Rose ended up taking it. But it was a crazy game. I was actually at Newman, which is across from the St. Rose gym, during the time for a baseball game. And Cade came out, and I was like, oh, how'd you do? And he said, oh, we lost, but I had 54. And I'm like, how does that happen? The highest I think I ever had in elementary school was like 11 or 12 or maybe 13. Never 54. It's unfathomable.
Yeah, Hugo, I don't want to compare my stats to Cade Taylor's, but obviously a great story there, but they're trusting the young player because, you know, you say 55, I believe every bit of it because, boy, can Cade Taylor shoot that rock.
And he can get hot, and when he gets hot, you cannot stop him. They're going to look for him in the fourth quarter to get hot, or someone here. Tatum Karpinski right now still in the single digits. He's looking for another big bucket. He's kind of tapering off, similar to what Kate's shot was in the third quarter. There's a big three from Jamison to tie things up. He's in the double digits now for the Pumas. But, you know, Kate kind of tapered off in that third quarter for the Cardinals, and then really was big in the fourth quarter to help them expand their lead as Tatum Karpinski drives inside. Nice little touch, bounces around, and it falls. 48-46, 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. James Hillestad, he's showing his handles, trying to drive the lane. Ooh, big screen there. And Henry Peters has a mismatch with Diego Flores-Gonzalez. Flores-Gonzalez trying to knock it away, and a great job by Carmine Guevara to deny the pass. Newman guarding the passing lanes hard. Thinking about it was Jimenez. He drives inside. He thought about, kicks it out. A big three for the Pumas. Oh, it goes far. Good rebound for Peters. Hillis into the corner. Jamison, he's been hot. Oh, just a bit far. And it goes off of Cade Taylor's hands. It will result in Carrillo ball. Oh, my goodness. 40 seconds to go here.
That was quite the possession, Hugo. 3 offensive rebounds, ton of down screens, open 3. Like you said, Eli Jamison really been shooting the ball well. Huge part of keeping Carrillo in this game. Goes a little long there, but they are really looking to do the drive and kick offense. They are looking to get Hillstad the ball, bring him a screen or clear out, and have him be the primary creator. They are clearly looking at number 1 to take him home tonight.
Yeah, and I remember on the YSN broadcast that we did about 9 days ago, as Hillestad takes a deep 3. Carrillo, I think they're ambitious with their shot choices, and that's kind of hindering them. Hillestad's normally a really good three-point shooter, but he's shooting some shots that are like college range. And you know, at this point, it's a 2-point game. All you need is 2 points. 9 seconds dwindling down. Here we go. Cade Taylor, he gets the ball knocked away. Tatum Karpinski at the buzzer, just far left, and it will end. We will end the quarters. There's a big 3 from Hillestad down the court. It ends up going too high off the backboard, but it is 48-46 heading into the fourth. Cardinals outscore the Pumas 15-13 in the third quarter. Oh my goodness, Dylan. We are in for a fantastic finish.
Hugo, we are rolling into the fourth. 2-point game, and the defense has been turned up. Newman is trying to jump every passing lane. If you think about a sliding scale 1 to 10 of aggressiveness on defense, I'd have Newman at about a 9 right now. There's not much more, a little more you could do, but not much more as far as being aggressive. Everything but a full court press. On the Carrillo side, they are playing big. Peters starting to swallow up rebounds. Can Carmine Guevara, can Madi Kamara come in this fourth quarter and try and stifle some of that?
And so now Newman looks to a big fourth quarter, 48-46, 8 minutes to go. This has been such an on-edge game. I'm starting to kind of lose my voice. I'm conserving it. Been a little bit, not under the weather, I would say. I'm just having, allergy season starts. So, got to get the medicine back in rotation.
You're talking to an Allertech guy. We don't do free ads, but Costco, Zyrtec knockoff. Have to get on it right about this time of year.
All right, well, I'll look into that. We'd love for Allertech to sponsor us. We'd love for signature brand to sponsor us. That would be amazing. But Dylan, you can get on that for YSN.
Yeah, we'll figure that one out.
Pumas.
Here we go, Hugo.
Pumas playing kind of an elusive offense right now. They're being a lot more conservative, looking for their shot choices, but it is ripped out of James Hillestad's hands by legend Haile. Haile playing at such a high level of play here tonight, and Newman now going to work their offense around. They're moving the ball here. Legend Haile outside. Carmine Guevara, he's known for his three-pointers, and he got it in the corner. Carmine Guevara. Newman takes a 5-point lead with a minute started here in the fourth quarter.
Carmine is looking like player of the game. I don't care about the stats. He has been everywhere tonight. And then confidence shooting the 3. He put that up and started going down to the other end before it hit. That is what Newman needs to do. We talked about it going in. Can Madi and Carmine show up in the fourth? So far, so good. Madi with the steal. Here comes Flores-Gonzalez.
And here we go. Kamara gets the ball back. He'll go inside on a backside drive from Kamara. Touch off the glass. Timeout Pumas. Timeout Pumas. 53-46. Ooh, some extracurricular activity by Gabe Jimenez. But oh my goodness. With 6:30 left, Dylan, 53-46. Cardinals are going to pull away, and the Pumas student section is silenced.
Silenced over there. Carmine again with another 2. He has been essential for the Cardinals tonight. 53-46. This is exactly what the Pumas did not want to happen. A minute and a half into the fourth, Pumas take that timeout right after a wide open, weak side cut from Carmine. They cannot continue to allow Hugo, they have to shut down the weak side opportunities. They are fronting so hard on the strong side. They have to have someone over there, even down low. Put Peters over there, but they got to do something about that.
So here we go. Pumas trying to move it around here. I feel like Dick Vitale calling his first game back, that Clemson-Duke game at Little John Coliseum, as that shot from Peters is good. He's got his second 3 of the game, and the Pumas bounce back.
Right, you said it, Hugo. Gamer runs right when Newman looks like they're getting going. The big man, who they're so scared of getting down low because they don't have anyone to match up with the size. They leave him open for 3, and nothing but back rim. Net doesn't move.
Yeah, I mean, he's been elite here, coming over from Kentucky, and a very good program at that, as Diego Flores-Gonzalez drives the lane and finishes at the rim. That has been his bread and butter in terms of Newman players. He has been that big 3 that drives the lane, and there's going to be a foul on the shot, it seems. The refs called it. Jamison will go to the line.
That, Hugo, if anything, should have been a block. There was not a shot attempt there. They're sending him to the line on a shooting foul, but I'm pretty confident in saying that's a bad call. If anything, should have been a block as Eli Jamison, a good shooter, goes to the line. Misses his first there. Carmine Guevara, 11 points, 3 boards, 1 assist, 3 steals at least, and more importantly, Hugo, 83% from the field so far.
And a foul going to go against Peters. He pushed Kamara to the ground after that rebound. Things are definitely getting chippy. We saw Jimenez kind of bump Cade Taylor as he headed to the bench, and Carmine Guevara will get a chance to kind of take a break and settle down here. 5 minutes to go, just over 5.5 minutes to go, 55-49. Diego Flores-Gonzalez, he's going to hand it off to Krupinski. The Cardinals, they have not been hot all night. They're looking to get hot right now. Here we go, inside, Legend Haile, kick out. AJ Cole left wide open, fake, Hezzy, oh, he draws the foul. It's a late foul call, but there's the catch on that foul. In terms of the foul on the other end against Jamison, it looked like his gather step. There was definitely contact, but I would say it should have been an inbounds pass, not a shot. It was not a shot, but whatever.
AJ Cole, line. Newman there on the right wing. Dribble handoff to Krupinski, takes the ball really stagnant from Newman. It looked like they were looking for Krupinski to take action. Well, he did, got the ball over to Flores-Gonzalez, kick to the corner to Cole. Cole pump fakes, drives the lane, gets the foul. Newman needs to continue to move the ball. They're starting to stagnate a little, but they're hitting shots and they're getting those second chance opportunities. To put this one out of reach, they're going to continue to need to use those weak side cuts, keep cutting to the basket, looking for those open shots down low.
And Carrillo misses a wide open 3 there. That time it was Jackson Hunt. He's had some hot times tonight. I think he's 8 points for him. He's been pretty solid. Just a bit of a miscue there. Timeout taken by Carrillo. But I kind of want to compare this to last year's game. If you want to watch last year's game, you can go to ysn365.com. We have an archive of it. Newman started really strong against a Montgomery team that was loaded. They were stacked. Michael Ewell, Caden DeVries, Will Graff. I mean, you were just stacked to the brim with a Monty team, and they were going shot for shot, 3 for 3 in the first quarter. Newman ended up taking a lead towards the end of the first half, but then Montgomery slowly kind of built back their lead and pulled away at the end of the game, I think winning by 10 or 15, and Newman's looking to do that. They are looking to cut the head off of the Puma tonight. They are looking to do that. They're up 7. There's 5 minutes to go, and they have a player they have a few players in foul trouble for the Pumas. So Newman is looking to cut the head off of that Puma.
100%. The foul trouble that concerns me, Hugo, is Peters. He's got, I believe, 3, maybe 4. I don't think he's got 4. I think he's got 3. That being said, he has to play these last 5 minutes. Has to. They cannot take him off the court. So, in doing that, he needs to play clean. Without his presence down low, it is going to completely change the dynamic of the Carrillo defense.
Yeah, no, this is going to be an incredible game. Probably the first game I've been on the edge of my seat at since maybe Windsor-Newman in that field goal game back in football season. I believe it was October 11, 2024. That was a really good game. But yeah, Newman, Carrillo playing this trap, and they're going to call a timeout. Newman, they trapped Diego Flores-Gonzalez. Newman called the timeout. So the Cardinals will go to their bench. Cardinals, funny enough, have not taken a timeout up to this point. Carrillo has taken 3. This is something that is somewhat of a trademark for Travis Taylor, not taking timeouts until he really needs them.
100%. What's interesting about that, Hugo, is obviously you hate to take a timeout. I mean, you hate to get trapped and take a timeout, right? That's worst case scenario. But because the way Coach Taylor uses his timeouts, it actually affords him the luxury to save a possession. In a game like this, yes, it's a 7-point game. Yes, there's 5 minutes to go. A lot of the time you might just accept that jump ball, hope it comes back your way on the next one, right? But here, this 7 points might as well be 0 with the way these two teams are playing. Every possession counts. I don't think Coach Taylor is taking his foot off the gas if they go up 25 right now. So a good use of the timeout as the inbound pass comes in.
Monty Kamara receives that inbounds pass. Little handoff there to Flores-Gonzalez. He's going to wait, let the play kind of develop. Newman taking all the time they need. Flores-Gonzalez drives the lane. Kick out. A.J. Cole, he'll drive inside. Kick out Monty Kamara. He thought about it. He's going to drive. Tipped away. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Legend Haile. He's going to look to throw something up. Pass. A.J. Cole from 3. He got it! He got it! He got it! 59-49! A.J. Cole at the buzzer.
Absolutely clutch from Cole. A literal buzzer beater in a huge moment to go up 10 for the Cardinals. Hand in his face, completely unfazed, eyes on the back of the rim, knocks it straight down.
And that ball is knocked out of bounds and will retain Carrillo possession. The Pumas now are in that crunch time. They're in that mindset of we need points and we need them fast. So they need to make sure that they don't default to the strategy of trying to go shot for shot with Newman. It is not something that is going to pay off for them, and it's a big turnover. James Hillestad comes out of it. He gets a little bit of a press, and his mind just comes out of it as Newman takes over.
He started running before. That's a classic eyes on the ball. He literally started to run with the ball before he got it, and that's a huge turnover for the Pumas right there, not getting anything going.
And Legend Hale drives the lane and finishes the Cardinals' 12-point lead. 61-49, 3:49 to play here in the fourth quarter. Hillestad, he jab steps inside to Peters, taken away by Monty Kamara. And now Newman goes on the attack once again. This time it's Flores-Gonzalez on the wing. He's thinking about it. A little bit of a crossover. He's going to look. He's going to look over Peters, goes back outside to A.J. Cole, and the Cardinals will look to reset. Here we go. Cole, he'll drive. He knows he can. And, just off the backboard. It'll be picked up by Hillestad. Ball knocked away from Hillestad, and Monty Kamara picks up a foul.
Hillestad took a little bit of a tumble there. He hops right back up. You can see the competitiveness from him, but he took a little bit of a fall as he's walking it off, obviously hoping he's going to be, good to go. He's not getting subbed, so he is staying out there. Good to see that as he receives the inbound.
Yeah, it's Jeff Shreves, who covers English soccer. He has his trademark. He's a tough cookie, and Hillestad is. He's gotten up from way worse this year, so he's going to play until the final buzzer, as there is going to be a illegal screen or illegal screen, I think, yeah.
Illegal screen there, and that was Eli Jamison, who kind of just came through, turned his body, almost wasn't even really a screen, but kind of just hit a quasi-screen as a Newman defender ran into him, and that was the beginning and end of that story.
So Newman leads by 12. They need to hold on here. 3 minutes. Diego. He's trapped. Jamison, jump ball, and it's going to go Newman's way.
Coach Taylor not happy with the jump ball call there. I wouldn't be either if I was Coach Taylor. Looked like the ball got out from Flores-Gonzalez in plenty of time, not too much contact there. So be it, Newman retains possession. As you said, legend highlight, 8 points, 1 board, 4 assists, 1 steal, shooting 67%. The shooting tonight on both sides has been very strong.
Newman, they're going to just try and reset things. Legend Haile goes inside. Kick out Monty Kamara. He'll try a 3. It's ambitious, and it ricochets off the rim, but a good rebound and put back by Tatum Kerpinski. The Cardinals lead by 14.
Huge bucket from Kerpinski there on the putback. 14-point lead, 2:30 to go. You can feel the pressure as the Pumas start to look to get those 3-pointers up sooner rather than later.
And
wow.
they get it.
James Hillestad with an absolute bomb from 3, moving, catches the pass on the left wing, falling left, 1 dribble, step back, nothing but the bottom of the net. If there's any chance right now, 11 points, 2:21 to go, they need Len Harris and Hillestad to hit threes or get quick shot opportunities, and they need to do it with a very high efficiency. It doesn't look like Newman's offense is slowing down. So they're going to either have to go 3 for 2 with Newman, or they're going to have to turn up the defense. But those shots are going to have to come quick. They're going to have to look to score within that 10 to 15 second range. We were talking about the same thing in the Newman girls game just a little bit ago. But we're getting into a range where we don't, if you're the Pumas, they're in the timeout right now. Coach Leggins is saying, hey, we don't want to take bad shots, but we need to be very mindful of the time we're taking to get buckets.
Yeah, just 2 minutes to go here. And so Carrillo, this is when the ideology, I hate to repeat myself, but this is when the ideology of a 4-quarter game comes into play for Travis Taylor. Newman, 4 timeouts. The Pumas, only 1. This is not good for the Carrillo. They're going to need to really get some big turnovers here. And if they can't, the Cardinals can pretty much play this game away within 3 shot clocks. Good press.
Couldn't agree more, Hugo. With that 1 timeout, it looks like Coach Leggins is going to have to save it. I would, right? So this is going to be an uphill battle, to say the least.
Newman just going to hold it. Very smart play for Diego Flores-Gonzalez. It feels like Newman's kind of playing a video game. Carrillo is kind of hesitant on going out and pressing until about 20 seconds into the shot clock, something you kind of see out of like an NBA 2K My Player game or a Space Jam, as there's a shot, or NBA Jam, as there's a shot 3 from A.J. Cole. He misses it. And now Len Harris on the other end, blocked by A.J. Cole.
Huge block. Monty Kamara actually went down going for the offensive rebound there. Wasn't able to get back on defense, but Cole flying back, gets the block, is able to slow down the possession, allow Newman to reset, baseline out of bounds for the Pumas, but a huge play from A.J. Cole.
Nice inbounds play by the Pumas, and they get the rebound off of that. Hillestad missed a little 7-footer. He drives inside, and he draws the foul off of Monty Kamara. That's his 3rd. Something to mention, though, this is crazy. 63-52. This game starts starting to feel a lot closer than what it is. But 1:31 to go. That's a lot of time in basketball. That's 8 possessions. I don't know if you were here at the time, but Newman Carrillo, one of the legendary all-time games, was Carrillo was up as there's a big 3 chance for Hillestad. Newman just gonna kind of look to run this clock out. But 30 seconds left. Newman, they show it to all the new kids when you come in for freshman orientation. Newman down by 8, 30 seconds to go. They hit a big 3. They get a steal. They hit another big 3. They get a steal again. They reset, call a timeout, and they hit a 3 at the buzzer to win over the Pumas. So crazier things have happened. Were you there, Don?
I was, and that might have been the craziest 30 seconds of me watching Cardinal Newman basketball I've ever seen. Here's A.J. Cole with 4 on the clock.
Oh, what a backside drive there by Tatum Kerpinski.
What were we talking about going into the quarter? They need to have Kerpinski cut. What does he do? Boom. Huge 2 points, 13-point lead for the Cardinals. He has been feasting on that weak side cut, and they found an opportunity in a huge moment Again, it's not over till it's over, but that might have been, we'll call it the dagger adjacent. Yeah. I don't know, the butter knife. Something that's not quite the dagger, but this one's not over, but it's damn close.
Well, yeah, no, 0 timeouts left for Korea. They take their final one. It is not, it's not looking good for the Pumas. Fans are starting to file out of here at Rancho Cotati, but an incredible game, 65-52, 46 seconds left. Newman, assumedly winning this, Moro Catholic wins tonight. They will be the 1-2. Moro Catholic 1, Newman 2. We'll see those brackets go live tomorrow, but just an all-out incredible second-half performance for Newman over to beat out Carrillo. Carrillo gave it their all. They fought really hard. I got to give them some props. They're checking in some other players. Adam Chang comes into the ball game for them. So
and this is it, Hugo. They've taken out their starters. They've conceded it. Obviously, with Coach Liggins having no timeouts, we were talking about it right with 6 minutes to go, the amount of timeouts, and it was looking sketchy. They obviously burned their last one too soon, but an ode to the starters and an ode to a great season from the Pumas as they have conceded the game. There is 22 seconds to go. They are, for some reason, running a full court press, which is really contradictory to them pulling all their starters.
And Newman's
they will now allow Newman, it looks like, to dribble out the clock and head their way to a banner-hanging celebration in the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium.
That was unbelievable. Newman, for the first time in 5 years, the Cardinals, or first time in 6 years, the Cardinals are your NBLO champions!
Huge win for Coach Taylor and the Cardinals. This really validates the work and the coaching that they have been putting in on a year-round schedule. They are really, really excited. You can see the excitement coming from them. But what an absolute, what two really good games that the score doesn't show how great the game was, Hugo. Huge credit to the Pumas for playing the Cardinals tough. Strong defense from Peters. Really good inside scoring. Both teams, I bet, were around that 50% mark from the field. Good shooting on both sides. But just a really strong performance. Really, really strong performance down the stretch there from the Cardinals. What we were talking about, Hugo, with Newman rotating their team more, their players more, showcasing 9 guys consistently tonight, I think that might have been the difference. Having guys like Carmine come in, score 11 points, huge rebounds, huge blocks, huge steals from him, big energy guy off the bench. But to me, that was the difference. Carrillo was really top-heavy tonight. Newman was deep tonight. Kerpinski in the second half being able to cut backside made all the difference for Newman coming down the stretch. You talk about it being a 4-quarter game. That's what Coach Travis Taylor preaches to his team. He was able to make that an absolute truism tonight for his guys, coming out in the 4th quarter and putting this game away for that 11-point win and an NBL championship.
Yeah, I mean, and these two teams, we mentioned, could meet a 5th time. Carrillo looks good. They're heading into playoffs. They're assumedly, I think, the 11 or the 6 seed coming into things. I know that's a vast difference, but we'll see tomorrow as there's a lot of leagues wrapping up. But we could see Newman, if they get the 2 seed, these two teams could match up again in semifinals even. It would be unbelievable to see these two teams face each other again with the heart that was left out on that court by both Carrillo and by Newman. And it's great to see it. Our final thank you from Tom Nunez, possibly the greatest mustache of all time.
No, what an absolute show here tonight, Hugo. For both of us, Hugo Traverso, Dylan Cattengale, NBL championships. Both Newman teams come out on top. Tuesday because of the holiday, but Tuesday I bet Cardinal Newman's going to have a little extra juice around campus, I'll tell you what.
Oh yeah, 100%. We are going to be locked in heading into playoffs. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful month to come here, and March Madness is just getting started. So thank you, Dylan, for joining me, and for Paulo Maraviglia, Julian Corey, Dylan Cattengale, and I have been Hugo Traverso. The Cardinals are victorious. They sweep the NBL Oak Championships. Thank you for listening. I'm losing my voice. Adios, ladies and gentlemen.